Okay, so I was asked a question that I thought maybe was a little bit ludicrous, but darn if it's not a good question. Someone asked me that if they had a little LT25, little Fender LT25 amp, and they wanted to hook it into a bigger amp, they say they like the effects and things that are in there. Would it work hooked up to a bigger amp? So I've got a Tone Master Deluxe Reverb here, which is a much more powerful amp. And you see what I've got here. I've got it just coming out of the headphone out. On this little LT25. You see I've got Blues League 2. That's one of my personal patches there. Kind of all these you're going to hear are my personal patches. But since the headphone out is a stereo out, I've got it coming out, and I've got an adapter to adapt it over to a mono. Should have better light out here. I could probably turn some lights on. Give me a second and I'll give you a little bit better light out here. I kind of want you to hear how this sounds. I'm using a GoPro to record this video, and I have this little 32-bit float zoom mic here about a foot from the speaker. Not actually even at an optimal angle, but I'll go ahead and run you through some of my sounds. Now this one does have some vibrato or tremolo on it. So all the reverb, all the effects are coming off the LT25 and going into the Tone Master Pro. And going into the normal channel, so there's no reverb, there are no effects on there. You can see kind of how I've got it set up, bass on 5, treble on about 4.5, and I got my volume set to 2. I think I'm on the 1 watt mode on my amp. So, but it's loud as crap. And no hits. No, let me go to a sound that's got, so here's my solo lead. I would think it would be noisy or something, right? I'm hearing nothing. I have got a gate programmed into most of these sounds. That sounds great. Excellent. Let me go to my third sound here, which is another blues lead. So 100% of the effects, the reverb, the chorus, and everything that's on this one is coming off the LT25. Charville Guthrie Govan Strat. Run through a few more of these. Vintage Tremolo. That's very satisfying and totally quiet. So it looks like the answer is yes. You can go out that headphone out. See, there's no other output from this lamp. There's nothing on the back here. Just the power in. This does open up a whole new world of possibilities for the LT25. Say you've got a bigger, better amp. I mean, I've got this old Fender Frontman over there, that 212, that I don't even hardly ever crank up or use anymore. Imagine using that as feeding the LT25 into that Frontman. It would sound massive. And I've got this thing turned down pretty low right now, but if I crank this up, it gets loud beyond belief. But still, I don't want to tear the neighborhood up here. But yeah. sounds pretty cool. Here's my dreamy sound, it's called. Country picking. Very cool. It's just clean delay. This is just like a regular jazz type sound. I'm not hearing any extraneous noise or anything. Pretty cool. These are just a whole bunch of, some of these are presets that came with the LT25. A lot of them I've edited. I could probably share some of these with y'all. Telling you. About it is some of these sounds that I have in here are programmed for certain pickups that I have, certain guitars. So it's not gonna, I'm not expecting it's going to work for every application. I'm just real quickly running through and seeing, am I getting buzz or anything? I'm getting no 60 cycle hum, anything. So all of the effects are coming out of the LT25, going into the deluxe reverb. Again, I'll show you the configuration with better light this time. So you can see I've got my rock strum number 16 here. I've got my master coming about 50% coming out of this, and I've got this on volume of 2. And again, I think I'm on the 1 watt mode. I think that my, forgive me for not going back here and checking. I should do that so I don't misinform anybody. Yeah, I'm on 1 watt mode. Yeah, so that's just 1 watt. Now, if I were to go 5 watts in here in this room, it would blow me out of here, and it would aggravate the neighbors. So I'm just not going to do that. Folks, that is killing. Now, I should, before ending this video, let me turn the volume down for a second. I'm going to go back. We'll go back to 2 for a sec. Let me plug straight into the twin. So now you can see I'm coming straight out of my Guthrie Govan Charvel, and I'm going straight into the normal channel. So I want you to hear the difference, right? Let's turn back up to the level of 2. So that is 2. So what? That is the sound of the twin right now. So I was actually driving it pretty hard on the front end with the volume coming out of the LT25, because this is like 25% of the volume I was getting just a minute ago. I could crank this on up to about 4 probably, and I get about what I was getting in here a while ago. But this is the totally the clean sound of the amp. So you know, going into the normal channel, there are no effects on that. If I were over here on the vibrato channel, I could do reverb and I could do tremolo with speed and intensity. But all of the effects you were hearing, I could go through more. But to answer my subscriber's question, yeah, you can use this little amp as your effects, for your larger amp. So, you know, admittedly, a Tone Master Deluxe is a very fine amp, and it's an expensive amp. As I mentioned, that front man over there, I think I got it for $425 years and years ago, maybe 15 years ago now. So it might be a really good test just to run this into that and see if that might be the kind of thing that would transform an amp like this. But I have to tell you, if I had 8 or 10 or 12, or I think you can put 40 patches you can take out with you trying to remember what all the limit is now. You can, if you take your computer, you can have up to 100 different, if you select them from your computer, you can have up to 100 different sounds. I think you can only take 40 out at a time. It's been a while since I've pushed the limits of my LT25, and I don't even know if I have the latest firmware on it. But what a remarkable little amp, 25 watt amp that, yes, could be run into a larger amp and it would perform, sounds to me like just great. So there's answering that question for my subscriber. Glad you asked that question. It's very cool. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like. If you have any questions, additional questions about the LT25 or what I did out here tonight, just let me know in the comments. Thanks.